Hello, my name is Douglas Bloch. I'm an author, depression counselor, and depression survivor. Welcome to your Depression Recovery channel, where each week we talk about practical tools and coping strategies for healing from depression and anxiety. The title of today's video is The Impact of Physical Illness on the Depressed Mind. Before we start, however, I need to tell a joke. This is a Christmas joke because I'm doing this 2 days after Christmas, 2017, and the question is, why was the ornament addicted to Christmas? The answer? He was hooked on trees. Okay, that's for all you people in recovery. So, as I said, the title of this, well, yes, he liked it. The title of this video is The Impact of Physical Illness on the Depressed Mind. And as many of you know, since I got out of the hospital almost 2 years ago after doing ECT, I've been feeling pretty well. 2017 was a good year. My inspiration to do these videos continued. This channel has grown thanks to you viewers. And November particularly was a good month. I felt really optimistic about the future. I was going on bike rides a couple of times a week. I was getting prepared to launch my Patreon video, hint, hint. And for more days than not, I was feeling well. And this was one of the few times in my life where I could say that. I was feeling well for more days than not. Then, right as December was beginning, I came down with an upper respiratory infection that had been going around Portland. It settled deep into my chest. I was coughing up phlegm. I was achy. I had no energy. Suddenly, the future looked bleak. I thought, well, maybe no one will contribute to my Patreon page. Maybe I'll run out of money. I'm going to be homeless. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I'll end up outside of New Seasons begging. And my mind started racing into catastrophization. And I thought to myself intellectually, now, Douglas, these are just catastrophizing thoughts. Don't worry about them. But emotionally, I couldn't shake them. And then I thought to myself, could this be happening because I'm sick? Then my thoughts turned to a good friend who many years ago had lost her husband and was processing her grief. Every winter around this time, she came down with her own respiratory infection, and suddenly she became much more hopeless about the future and thought that things would never get better. Currently, I have a group member who had some sciatic pain in her hip flare-up. I hear that's really painful, and she's not been able to move for 2 weeks. During this time, her mood has gone from a 6 out of a 10 down to a 3 out of a 10. And a good reason for this is she's not been able to exercise. Finally, I have a good friend who doesn't suffer from depression. She's normally quite upbeat, but she came down with the same illness I had, but it was worse. Aside from the respiratory infection, she had facial pain, a headache, and nausea. This triggered her asthma, so she had difficulty breathing. This, in turn, triggered feelings of anxiety and despair. And these were even made worse because she lives alone and there was nobody to take her to the doctor or even scoop out her kitty litter. Now, normally she would have called friends, but it was the holidays and they were all celebrating Christmas with their families, and so she didn't want to bother them, and then so that even made her feel worse. All this came about because she got sick. From these examples and many others like them, we can draw the following conclusion. When we are physically ill, we're much more likely to feel mentally ill. This is supported by recent scientific studies that show that inflammation kills brain cells, causes them to die, and slows down the process of neurogenesis, which is the way that a brain creates new brain cells. So when brain cells die and new ones don't take their place, depression arises. So what is the takeaway from all this? Well, it validates week 3 of my depression recovery program that says the foundation of good mental health is good physical health. A corollary to this is we who suffer from depression and anxiety, it's especially important that we take good care of ourselves. That's why every week during my depression support groups, I ask people, how have you been sleeping? Have you been eating well? Have you been doing exercise on a regular basis? And to people in my groups who also suffer from co-occurring disorders of addiction and chemical dependency, I say, have you been working your recovery program? Because too many times I've seen people relapse into addiction, and that triggers anxiety and depression. Finally, if you are sick and you start feeling blue, it's important to tell yourself that you are not having a relapse. Your vision of reality and the future is being distorted by the physical illness. So it's really good to take care of yourself right now, call a doctor if necessary, and above all, tell yourself those 4 magic words, this too shall pass. When the physical illness goes away, your mood will lift. And this is what's happening to me right now. It's the end of December. It took me a long time to get over this, relatively long time, 3 weeks, and now that the illness is going away, I'm feeling more optimistic. My ability to feel pleasure is returning, and I feel like I'm emerging from a bad dream. Fortunately, most illnesses like the one I had and many people are having in Portland right now are time limited and they run their course. However, there are some illnesses or conditions that continue over a long period of time. They're chronic, like somebody being in chronic pain. Then what do you do? Well, this is a very important topic, and I'm going to make a video on it very soon, how chronic pain affects depression and anxiety. In the meantime, if you could leave your comments in the comments section and let me know how physical illness has affected your mood, I'd really appreciate it. This has been Douglas Bloch. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something from it. If so, please give it a like. If you want to give me feedback, write your comments in the comments section. I really appreciate the wonderful comments people have been leaving all year. It makes me really feel like I'm making a difference. And if you want to email me, simply email douglasblog@gmail.com. If you'd like to be a subscriber of this channel, if you're not already just when the photo appears on the screen, click on it. You'll be taken to the subscribe page and you can click on that button. And if you want to become a contributor to this channel and be a member of our Patreon community, a sustaining member of this channel, simply click on the Patreon logo. You'll be taken to my page and you can see there that just at $2 a month and up, you can become a member of this community and get some rewards as a result. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Thank you again for watching.